and welcome to another episode of Live Feed with your host, Richard Santiago. Live Feed is brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher for all your digital resources. Check out travelingtechteacher.com. Also brought to you by thebullyexposed.com. A 501c3 non-profit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying, so let them help you. Reaction video. What's up, SK? Reaction video to the promotional piece that was created by Christina Wells and Vince Powell. If you don't know who Christina Wells is, she is the semifinalist for America's Got Talent, and Vince Powell is the finalist for American Idol. So you can follow both of them at Sing Christina _ and follow Vince Powell at Vince Powell American Idol. Alright, so reaction video to this thing. If you've been under a rock, and you haven't seen the video, a promotional video to a benefit that we're having on Saturday, the 19th of September at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, sponsored by thebullyexposed.com. Well, here's your chance to see it now. After you see it, please go over to our feed and comment what you thought. Well, as you guys know, films and videos and stuff like that are things that I create. It's what I do for a living. In fact, I'm working on something right now for a YouTuber, a good friend of mine. She's a YouTuber, and I'm working on a video now. So, it's what I do. But it felt so good to not have to create a video for this promo. It really did, because it really takes a lot out of me, because I got so much going on right now with my move and everything that's going on. And then to have to create every little thing for the nonprofit or for other things, it really does take its toll on me. So it was really good, and I think the piece was done very well. So let's take a look at it. Before we do that, everyone smash that heart, whether you're watching this live or watching this on a recorded version, for SK, because he just started the Q&A, and he's starting off with some good news. So this day is getting good for me. Yankees won. Awesome. How many losses in a row have the Yankees took? The Yankees won today. Good job. Who did they play? Let me know, SK. So we're going to move right along into the video. So let's check out the video, 24 seconds long. Here we go, guys. All right, I guess I should tell you guys that what you see in the center square is what was created by Vince and Christina's team. What you see above and below is what was created by our team. So we put in the Christina Wells and versus Vince text that you see on top, and we created the text on the bottom that says Saturday, June 19th, sponsored by thebullyexposed.com. Everything else that you see in the center of the video, they actually created themselves. So they had a lot of ambers going through the video, so I duplicated those ambers. So you see the ambers going through going through the whole video, but they created the ambers that are going in the video. I just kind of tried my best to match that so that it shows continuity in this vertical piece of it. But SK, tell us, you're here live right now. Tell us what you thought of the video. Is this your first time seeing it? So I think it's great. I think the music is great. I love how he has sounds. It's always good to put sounds. If you have text like here, the verses come slamming down on the I don't know what to call it, on the board of announcement that's announcing the verse. That slams down. They have a sound that goes along with that. That's very good. Very good to always implement sounds into your work. It's real difficult. I remember this doesn't count with what I'm about to say because it's only a 24-second piece. But I can remember I had when I was in college, I had a professor that told me that if you create a piece, if it's a minute long, 2 minutes long, and you create a piece with one song, that's a music video. And he used to always encourage us not to create pieces with just one song, and to add sound that's happening. So if you have a guy running in your video, you should try to implement the sounds of that. Or if you have a guy riding a motorcycle, try to implement the sounds of the motorcycle. So by them adding that slam of the verses, that's really good, and I really enjoyed watching that. But it's very fast moving, fast to the point, flashy, and that is real good. SK says they beat the Blue Jays 7-2. Awesome. And he also goes on to say, did you see that video I sent you last week of the guy that's screaming at the lady on the train that I recorded? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, maybe we could talk about that tomorrow. I did see that. That's one thing I never liked about riding trains in New York, when people would either ask for handouts or and it wasn't that they asking for handouts, don't get me wrong. It's just the way they do it, that they have to be loud. And if you kind of say, I got no money right now, they kind of like try and shame you into giving you money, and I really don't like that. Parjat Writers, thank you for joining the show. Where are you from? That's a new name I haven't seen. Thank you for joining the show. Where are you from? For some reason, I cannot press on my screen right now. Don't know why. But I'm unable to wave back at you, so sorry about that. I hope that Instagram, let me put this message out there to Instagram. Do not cut us off. We have the rights to play this video, even though it has folks from American Idol and America's Got Talent. We have the rights to play this. Even at the end of the video, our logo shows up. So hopefully they won't try and cut us off like they did yesterday. So let's see. So there's my, real quick. I'm not really going to talk much about the video. We're not going to talk for 12 hours about the video. It's only a 24-second video, but I like the way it was done. Like I said, implementing sounds to go along with the visuals that you see, always important. So for those of you guys, there's always a few of you that are into that. I guess you want to be filmmakers when you grow up, and you always ask me questions about filmmaking. Be sure to put it in the comment section so everyone can see, because maybe someone else has that same question. But it's always important if you're doing a short little interview for maybe a minute or two, that you have two different types of music, that you have sounds that go along with your video. Like, I'm trying to think of one that I did. I know that I did a birthday video one time. Yeah, I did a birthday video for someone probably about 2 years ago. It was their birthday. And so their family gave me a bunch of pictures for me to add to the video. And I could remember that I had a video of them on a boat, and I could remember very clearly putting seagulls in, putting water rushing, putting horns from a boat into the picture. So even though it's a still picture, you kind of get that feeling that you're on the boat with them because of the sounds that are surrounding it. And that's why you do that. You bring in your characters a little more. You bring in your viewer a little more into your characters when you implement sound. One other one that I did is I was doing an Air Force video, and I took a picture of I believe it was an F, I can't remember the type of plane, F-16, I want to say. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. But F-16 or a jet plane, an Air Force jet plane. And so I had pictures of it, then I had a picture of it taking off, still pictures. And I used sounds from the Air Force, them calling out sounds, like breaker 19, whatever they say over the CB. They don't say breaker 19, that's for sure. That's wrong. But whatever they say over the CB, I had that implemented. I had sounds of a jet plane going overhead implemented into the photos. That really, excuse me guys, that really adds a lot into the picture. So them adding sound really worked out very good for this, and it really is a nice piece. The flare, they got some lens flares going on. They got some dual, I forget what it's called now, dual type photography when it's just two pictures. And there's our logo right there. Awesome. So so that's it. What can we really say? It's only 24 seconds long. So SK, it's the Richard and SK show. So SK, you're sending me some questions, but nothing is coming up. I'm getting a notification that you're sending stuff, but nothing's coming up in the question. So that's why I haven't been posting it up. So I don't know, you might want to check something on your end, because I got this one that they beat the Blue Jays, and this one that you sent out first, but then that's all I'm getting. All I'm getting is notifications, but nothing to put up. So I don't know what's going on, but I do want to let you know that I do see what you've posted up, but I'm unable to see your question. So what's up with you? Here we go. We had somebody in the room. Wow, that's weird. Nothing popped up. Maybe it's my end. Everything's weird on my end. Let me see something here. Let's see. So Baker's Home popped in. Thank you, Baker's Home, for coming on, but I wasn't able to say hello. I didn't see it. Did you film When Bullies Become Bosses? No, we are not even currently, it's on hold because we want to do that film right. So we're waiting for the right funding, and that's why we're having this benefit on the 19th. Let me show the video. That's why this good question. Thank you, SK. That's why we're having this benefit, guys, so that we can get the money together to finish When Bullies Become Bosses and to make more films. I definitely want to do a film about this whole Instagram thing, meeting all these great people that I've been meeting. So yes, When Bullies Become Bosses is a film. It's going to be about my life and the life of others. I want to do it right, and so because of that, I would rather wait and do it right than to try to put it out there without the proper funding and nothing happens to it, because this is an important story. I was terminated from my job at the Postal Service when I should have not been terminated. Then I filed some complaints with the proper people, and that termination turned into that I left the Postal Service, but I was forced out, and that's what needs to be told, that I was forced out. Um, it wasn't that, they started with a termination when they should have not, so I should be able to sue for um, wrongful termination, and hopefully a lawyer would see this and contact me. And then when I complained to the National Labor Board, all they can do was they got me some funds, some money, but then they weren't able to remove the termination. The only thing they can remove from that termination was the fact that my termination went into a volunteer. So I was not terminated. I voluntarily quit, but that wasn't what I really wanted anyway. So the post office and the bullies in the post office wins. If you think about it, they're able to remove somebody that doesn't want to be removed, and it stand, and they are not being held accountable for it. Then they win essentially. So, and the person loses, and there's so many people all across America that are losing that way, and I want to tell their stories properly. So no, the film is not finished yet. Let's see. He also goes on to say, who also goes on to say, I hope the movie turns out successful. I hope so too, because I'm telling a lot of people's stories. Who's your favorite Yankee of all time? Oh, it's got to be Mariano. It's got to be Mariano, for sure. For sure. Mariano Rivera, for sure. Thank you for that question. Let's see. So it's just you and me today, SK. I talked to Tully. He was busy. Let me see if I could. Princess. I never got in touch with Princess or Blue. So let me reach out to them as well. Oh, and let me also say tomorrow at 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Time Zone, I'm going to be having my good friend Tatiana all the way from Norway. And hopefully, by having her on the show, we'll be able to get some Norwegian followers on our show. So we're going to talk to her about bullying, her experience in bullying. Her sister created a film about the condition that she has. And so we're going to talk to her about bullying. We're going to talk to her about her sister winning an Emmy, about her short film about her sister's condition. ZZZ, thank you for joining the show. Let's see. And SK says my favorite Yankee of all time is Brett Gardner. Yeah, he's cool. For some reason, I can't believe this. I'm unable to wave to you guys, so I guess I gotta give you a real wave. Sorry, guys. The system is not allowing me to wave back to you guys, but here is a wave. Thank you for joining us on the show. ZZZ, where are you from? I think that's Naho. Naho, what do you mean, Naho? SK. But yeah, yes. Let me also talk about this. Yesterday, we talked about something very important: the rise of live streams, people committing suicide during live streams. Now I'm gonna, please, guys, if you don't feel great, you having thoughts of suicide, you having thoughts of hurting someone, please go to the national suicide hotline number. Let me see what that is. If you live in America, If you live in another country, find out what that number is for yourself and call someone, speak to someone. Okay, 1 800 273 8255. 1 800 273 8255. If you're having thoughts of suicide, thoughts of hurting someone, please seek help right away. Do not go to Instagram or Facebook to hash out those things because you're probably most likely, unfortunately, you're going to get bullied on there, and that's not what you want to see if you're dealing with those issues. Oof, Brianna, give you a nice wave. My button's not working. I'm unable to wave to you guys. Brianna, how are you doing? Brianna, I got a little something for you. You ready? I'm not throwing away I'm not throwing away that shot. No, I'm not throwing away my shot. Yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm gonna get a scholarship to King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but damn, I'm amazed and astonished. The problem is I got a lot of brains with no polish. I gotta holler to be heard with every word. I drop knowledge. I'm the diamond in the rough. Shiny piece of coal, trying to reach my goal. My power of speech is unimpeachable. Only 19, but my mind is older. These New York City streets get colder. I shoulder every burden, every disadvantage I've had to manage. I don't have a gun to brandish. I walk these streets famished. The plan is to fan these sparks into a flame. But it's getting dark, so let me spell out my name. I am the ALEXAND. We are meant to be a colony that runs independently. Meanwhile, Britain keeps shitting on us endlessly. Eventually, they tax us relentlessly. Then King George turned around and run a spending spree. He ain't never gonna set his descendants free, so there will be a revolution in this century. Into me, he says with parentheses. Don't that threw me off. Into me, he says in parentheses. Don't be shocked if your history books mentions me. I will lay down my life if it sets us free. Eventually, you will see my ascendancy. So I'm not throwing away my shot. So come, get some, a little fun. I rock the mic and but I won't get enough, and I will snuff any bully in front of me. Yo, it's inherited. It runs in the family. Yeah. It runs in the family. My name is Rich, and I know that you heard of me. Step to me, that'll make you an enemy. Cause that's something that you really don't want to be. Cause I don't care about nobody. I got more kicks than the kid got karate. I got more leads than you ever did see. And if you want to end bullying, then you come with me. There you go, guys. Just a little. I'm not trying to be a rapper. Just trying to entertain you guys, that's all. So thank you, Brianna, and one other follower are big fans of Hamilton and asked me to please rap something on Hamilton. So I've been working on that one for a while. Brianna says she loves it. Thank you, Brianna. That's for you. And what's the other girl's name? Let me give her a shout out. Let me look that up. Let's see. I remember her name was something like activist. Let's see. Oh man, we can't find her now. But it'll come to me. But yeah, thank you, Brianna, for making sure I stay on my game. I still got some work to do with that, so I'll keep working on it. The big thing for me learning that is learning to when to breathe, because the words just keep coming and keep coming. You got to know when to get that air in. But and that's just when you're singing it or when you're rapping it by yourself. When they do it together, like the part that says, what is it? He says in parentheses, that part is not said by the lead rapper. And the ALEXAND, that's not said by the lead either. That's said by someone else. So that's his chance to breathe. And then, but when you do it by yourself, you really got to know when to get those those breaths in without sounding like you're like you're about to die or something. Oh, here it is. I found the person. So, quick shout out to the other a 12-year-old girl who, well, I'm not saying you're a 12-year-old, Brianna. You might be 12. I don't remember. But she's a 12-year-old girl. She has autism, and she asked me if I can rap one of the songs from Hamilton because she's heard me rap before, just for games. I'm not trying to be a rapper, guys. Just trying to entertain you guys. Let's see. Booth Brianna says, I have these two friends, but I stopped hanging with them because my bully hangs out with them. Oh, you shouldn't stop being friends with people who are your friends. If you really enjoy hanging out with them, hang out with them. Just don't hang out with them with the bully. I've unfortunately had situations like that, not where I was being bullied, but I know that I didn't like certain people that my friends would hang out with, and I would tell them straight, if you oh, I just noticed. Oh, that's cool. She so this person, the autistic advocate, she just placed one of our, oh, that's pretty cool too. She just placed one of our, um, I never even knew that. So let me give her a shout out because you guys know if you copy paste, I mean, if you screenshot um, any of our inspirational posts and put it on your own feed, I give you a shout out. So I just noticed she did this cool thing with one of our, with our Batman or Batgirl, excuse me, Batgirl thing here. So that's pretty cool. We needed a hero, so she answered. Let's see. So Brianna, wait, I got some other stuff here. Uh, I don't know what's wrong. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's wrong with my. If I missed something you said, please forgive me because my screen is acting up and I'm unable to move through questions. So let's just say I had a situation in ninth grade. What was your situation in ninth grade? And um, Brianna says I have a new friend, but when I went out to sports class, they said one of them. Wait. They said one of them said, "When you were you and Lenny kissing in the bathroom?" And then someone else said, "Brianna's gay." Oh, I'm sorry, Brianna. I hope that wasn't confusing for you guys. You know, I don't know. We have to learn to just ignore people that do things like that. If you make it a big issue, Brianna, then people are gonna think, oh yeah, Brianna must be gay because she's making it a big issue. So the best thing is to not pay that any attention. And I can tell you right now that I'm speaking from experience. One time I went into work. I think I told you guys the story. I was out of work for, I don't know, 6 months, I think. I injured myself. And when I came back to work, there were rumors. Several people at work told me that they were told that I was in an insane asylum for 6 months. And, I just looked at them and said, really? Really? That's where you think I was at? Okay. And I just walked away. Because if you get mad, who said that? Well, I want to know the person who said that. Well, then people, it doesn't mean it's true, but people tend to think that because you get upset, then whatever they said must be true. I don't know where that logic came from. You got upset because someone is starting rumors about you. You're not getting upset because they're true and you want to know who said it, but that's how people are. Brianna continues. Oops, sorry about that, guys. I kicked my camera. Brianna continues to say, because I was walking with her back to class. Yeah, I could imagine why they started the rumor, that's for sure. But it's tough. It's tough, Brianna. The best thing you can do is ignore that. Because if you entertain it, then people are going to say it's got to be true because Brianna got mad. Usually, SK says bullies will leave you alone if you stand up for yourself. Yes, yes. To me, there's no set rule. There's definitely no set rule about how a bully is going to react. That's why I always say there's no one size fits all for bullying, because you never know how your bully's going to react. For me, my bully, like tried to play it off and said, "Oh, you cool, man." That's what he said. For someone else, they might just walk away and not say anything and just leave you alone from then on. For a little girl that I spoke to one time, she said that her bully stabbed her in the face with a pen. So you really never know what's on the mind of the bully. But I know that key things that you need to do is, if people are talking, if they're saying you're gay, if they're saying you were in an insane asylum like me, like they said about me, and you pay no attention to that, I usually makes them go away. But as long as they're talking, I think we should ignore them. And I know it's hard. Believe me, you're looking at a guy that's knows and has been through that. I know it's hard when people say you're crazy or something else about you, that it's hard to say, I'm just going to ignore you because you're a 5-year-old kid in a man's body, or whatever the case may be. So you just kind of walk away and you gotta ignore them. When it comes to physical stuff, that's why we should all learn to defend ourselves. If you haven't taken up classes, some type of martial art class, take a martial art class, take boxing, take whatever you need to do for when it gets physical. But the way I look at it, if it's on the internet and it's just verbal bullying, making fun of you, saying names about you, just let that go. If you're a person that's unable to let it go, well, fine, but maybe say something, but don't show that it got you upset. That's one thing you should never do. Never show that it got you upset. If you're gonna say something, don't say it angrily. Don't show that you're upset. Just show, really, like my situation. Like I said, it was always why are we acting like we're 2-year-olds here? We're grown people. Why are we acting like we're 2-year-olds? And that's what I would always say, and never let it get to me. If there been times that I got upset, sure. What I tried to do was walk away from the situation and be angry somewhere else away from them. It's like I tell you guys, if and this goes for guys and girls, never let your bully see you cry. Never. I'm not saying that boys shouldn't cry or girls shouldn't cry. I'm saying never let a bully see you cry. So what you should do is deal with them. Do what you have to say. Talk back. If you're gonna say something to them, say something to them. Do what you gotta do, and then walk away and go to the bathroom if you have to, or go somewhere else where people can't see you and cry all you want. And that goes for guys and girls. But never let them see you cry. Never let them see you upset. You can't, because once they see that, they will continue to do it. Brianna says bullies suck. Yes, they do. Let me see. She says I was even holding her hands. Brianna said earlier. I just saw it when she walked to the class. And Brianna, I mean, let's be honest. Is there something worse they could be saying than you're gay? That's the way I look at it. It's not. Is nowadays we need to teach kids that use being gay as a way of weaponizing themselves, that doesn't work anymore. You know what I mean? That doesn't work. That's the way I look at it. You know, there's you know, I would tell them, you trying to make me upset by calling me gay. That's not gonna work. You know, I remember guys would say that to me too, and I would be like, well, you know, I would tell them I'm in touch with myself. That you calling me gay is not gonna hurt my feelings. I know that I'm not. You know, and that's what it comes down to. Uh, SK says no. Okay, why are we saying no? What's going on? What's going on, SK? Did the Yankees lose again, or what happened? That's funny. I just see no. That's pretty funny. So yeah, Brianna. I think Brianna left. Let's see. Yeah, she did. But thank you, Brianna, for stopping by. Maybe she's still in the room. Sometimes people are in the room and it just shows that they aren't in the room. But Brianna, yeah, just I know it's tough, and I know that you guys, it's probably not what you guys want to hear when somebody says just ignore them in situations like that. But that honestly is the best move for you guys, is to ignore them um, when people try and put you down and verbally try to bully you. We have to learn. It's absolutely we have to learn to just ignore these bullies that turn and say things like you're gay, or you know, you're crazy, or your mama wears combat boots, you know, whatever it is they would say. We have to definitely learn to ignore that. Um, SK says, I just saw the news. Yeah, what did the news say? Judge is out for the season. No! Yes, that's a serious no. Oh man, that sucks. Oh man. Well, all we can say is, Judge, get better. You know, we'll see you next season. Wow. You know, it's really a shame how some of these great athletes are unable to stay healthy, right? There's throughout history there's always been athletes that are great at their craft, whatever craft it will be, super awesome at their craft, and they are unable to stay healthy. And Judge is definitely one of those players, and unfortunately cannot stay healthy. So Brianna, yeah, Brianna was still in the room. Okay, she says, and we are even learning about bullying in school. Yeah, you know, shame on some schools. I have some schools that everywhere you walk into, you see no bullying. You know, you could walk into these schools and you see all this stuff about bullying, and you see the bullying right happening right next to the sign, and and teachers are there and they do nothing about it. Open your eyes, teachers. Open your eyes, principals. And that's not a knock to the good teachers that nip it in their butt right away. I know a lot of teachers like that, but for you teachers that blame uh, the victim of the bullying rather than the person that's doing the bullying, shame on you. That's for sure. Yeah, and then Brianna says, so they should know. Yeah, you think that they would. To me, sometimes some schools just put up stuff about bullying just to kind of meet a quota. You know, like we have to have 50 posters about bullying, but doesn't mean that we have to do anything about it. It just means we have to have posters about it. Shame on you, schools. Get your act together. That's the way I look at it. And Stanton won't be back until the postseason. Well, at least we'll have him back. That's a good thing. But yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, definitely. Definitely Judge being out for the whole season, for the rest of the season, I should say, is definitely a no moment. That's for sure. Damn. Well, hopefully the team can keep him in a good spot until Stanton comes back, and then we can do something. As I was when that video that you showed me the other day, SK, I noticed that Cano was playing for the Yankees now. So I'm glad to see him back in New York. I was happy when what's his name, Gardner, when Gardner went to the Mets. That I thought that was cool too. Keep him in New York. Judge is one of the best batters in the league, but he can't stay healthy. Yes. He's probably one of the best players in the league, and he just can't stay healthy. Who in basketball? It was you follow basketball, SK? Rose, something Rose. What's his name? He used to play for the Chicago Bears. I mean Bears. The wrong sport. The Chicago Bulls. I'm gonna look him up right now. Bulls player Rose. Let's see if I can find him. Derek. That's his name. Derek Rose. Oh my God. Derek Rose could not stay healthy to save his life. That's for sure, and that's a shame. Yeah, and there you go. I should have checked. I should have checked the questions before I looked it up. Yeah, Derek Rose. You're right. He says I like the Yankees. That's my favorite team. So we have another thing in common. Awesome. You and me have a lot in common, SK. Yeah, Knicks are my favorite team. But again, football. I'm not talking about football till they get their act together. And they're gonna need to do a lot more than they did, in my opinion. It's really a shame. I'm gonna call out some sports. It's not happening now a lot, I'll admit. But you have basketball, right? It's majority black players. You have football, majority black players. Okay, baseball, it's a mixture. But you have some black players. When I say black, I mean all. People from Santo Domingo are black. There's a lot of people from Santo Domingo that play there. Cubans are black, so there's a lot of Cuban players there. It's really a slap in the face when the owners don't care about the people that play in their sport. And they don't realize some of the football. That's why I'm staying away from football. Other sports realize it a little, but football really doesn't realize it. Your product is mainly, African American players. Okay, you don't care about like Black Lives Matter situation. You don't have to believe in the Black Lives Matter situation, but you have to respect it enough to pay attention. And you don't care about what's going on to the African American. Don't you think for a minute that that's your livelihood? If you're gonna be selfish, because that's what a lot of these football owners, team owners are, selfish. You're gonna be selfish. Okay, fine, be selfish. Be selfish. Think of yourself only, and think for a moment that if African Americans continue to be killed, who's going to play on the field, which makes me money? If you want to be selfish, that's not really a good way to look at it. But they're so ballsy that they're saying, we don't care about the African American. That we're always going to have people to play for us. We're football. People are going to play for us, and that's why I bought. That's not the only reason, but that is one reason why I boycott them. They don't care about the African American that they're willing to, and they can say to their blue in their face, I'm not going to believe it. They blacklisted, blackballed, whatever you want to call it. They shut that man out. Colin Kaepernick. They got together and they said no one is going to hire this guy, period. This guy made it to a Super Bowl. There are people that didn't make it to a Super Bowl that continue to get chances. This man should have got a chance, period. And I know a lot of you disagree with me, but no, I'm sorry, you're wrong. Baseball has a lot of Mexicans now. Oh, really? Let's see. And your other comment, I'm sorry, SK, please forgive me. Don't be mad at me. I'm not gonna show that one because it has to do with NFL, and I'm not gonna promote the NFL. But like I said, you NFL owners, you want to be selfish, and think about if someone continues to take the African American away from this planet with what they're trying to do, you're not going to have any more players. Or you're going to probably, sure, you might have some players, but some of the best players are African Americans. So you're not going to have the squad you're not going to have the playing ability that you're normally going to have if you have the squads that you have now, period. And what's going to happen? Your product is going to suffer, and people are just going to go and watch other sports. So you're doing yourself a misjustice. It's like I hear so much, like I've heard people say, that they're doing all, they talk black, like some of my white friends, they talk black, they act black, they listen to black music, but they don't care about Black Lives Matters. Well, if African Americans continue to be killed, you're not going to have rap. You're not going to have these awesome dances that you're doing. You're not going to have a lot of the culture. Let's just admit it, okay, straight up. African American culture is copied more through anywhere in the world. You can go to Japan and you can see someone who has the mannerisms of an African American. You can listen to Japanese rap. Then you can go to France. You see people wearing and acting like African Americans do in America. Then you hear their rap music. Everywhere in the world there is rap music. I have listened to rap music from all over the world. All over. Spanish, Italian, Norwegian, all types. French, all types. German. I've even heard German rap music. Okay? You continue to get rid of the African American. There goes the culture of a lot of young youth. So the youth should be worried about that and should be saying, no, this is wrong, instead of looking the other way. And that's the one thing that really gets me. SK says, yeah, it's not coming up, but SK said, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, something's wrong with my screen. Yeah, so that's me. That's my opinion. So NFL is going to have to do a lot more than what they're doing now before I watch a game, period. A lot more. Because like I said, it wasn't only that did it for me. It was also the way they treated female journalists. They talked to them like crap. Tell me again, SK, what's the guy's name, the commissioner? He really was rude to a lady one time. And that's what started it for me. That's when I said, no. So I started watching football less. At that time. I'm like, no, they're journalists. Respect them. It doesn't matter. Because I know I can be there. I went to journalism school. That sounds so weird to say journalism school, but you know what I mean. I took journalism in college. And if someone turned to me and said, well, I don't need to pay attention to your questions because you're Hispanic or anything like that, I would be pissed. So I'm not going to sit and watch him do it, So some people, they're great advocates, but they're only great advocates when it affects them. So I'm only going to get upset when a person uh, treats a Hispanic journalist wrong. No, I'm going to get upset when someone treats a human being wrong. And that was wrong for him to do what he did. So they would have to do a lot more than what they did so far in order for me to like them again. Roger Goodell, thank you. Yeah, Roger Goodell, you suck. Let's put it that way. Sorry, dude, but you do. Just because you're the commissioner, that's one thing that I really dislike about people. Like I've worked with celebrities. I've worked with some celebrities that are great. I work with some that are you're beneath me. And I'm not gonna call out anyone. You're beneath me, so blah blah blah. And that's how they treat people. And it's like, really, you think you're better than me? Okay. I've met a lot of celebrities that I really enjoyed, and was lucky enough to work with them, and then think to myself, ooh, I wish I didn't get a chance to work with this person, so I can think that they're fantastic, and I could leave it at that. you know, but yeah. Well, that's our show for today, guys. I hope I didn't hurt anyone's feelings. I hope I didn't hurt Roger Goodell's feelings. But I had to just tell you the truth. Treat women with respect, Roger. Stop looking the other way. And that's not to say that I've treated every woman I came in contact with properly. If I treated someone wrong in my life, and I'm sure I'm human. It wasn't because they were a female, or it wasn't because they were a certain race, or it wasn't because they were disabled or anything like that. If I treated someone wrong, it's because maybe I was having a bad day, or maybe that person did something to me. And it's not right to do something back in return. I'm not saying that. I'm only human, though. So, but I've never sat there and said, I'm going to treat this person like crap because they're a certain color, or I'm going to treat this person like crap because, look, they're in a wheelchair, so I don't have to treat them with respect. And that's wrong. And I've never done that, so I can't understand people who have done that, who have just straight out done stuff like that. So with that in mind, we're going to end this show. It's the SK and Richard Show. Thank you for joining us on the SK and Richard Show. Thank you for the update, SK. Let's do this again tomorrow. I need some topic, guys. I'm honestly running out of topics. So please, in our comment section of our newest post, put in some ideas. Hey, Richard, you can do a story about this, or you can choose this topic or whatever. Please do that for me, guys, because I'm running out of ideas, and this is your show, and I want to know what to say. And SK is doing a good job being my co-host on this show. He says live feed is brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher. For all your digital resources, check out travelingtechteacher.com. Also brought to you by thebullyexposed.com. Don't forget, guys, Saturday, September 19th at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, we are having a Verzuz between Christina Wells from America's Got Talent and Vince Powell from finalist from American Idol. Sorry, guys. So please be sure to watch that. Please get yourself a t-shirt at represent.com/store/thebullyexposed. Not anybody can open up a represent.com account. I thought anybody could open one, but I learned from a friend that not anybody can open one. So we're proud that we have one. Please purchase some shirts there. Show your love there from us. We got all kind of New York shirts. SK, you're a Yankee fan. You might like our Yankee shirt. Go check it out there. You might like our Yankee shirt. So that's going to do it for me, guys. Remember, anyone can wear the crown. Anyone can be a hero. Be kind to one another and have a great day. Bye, SK.